Manchester United rejected again. Interested FC, Advanced FC, Getting Closer FC, Inquiring FC. Man United fans frustrated across social media again because another reported rejection has been placed into the mainstream media. Malcolm Ibawe, very, very talented young player, young attacker from Derby County, has agreed to join Crystal Palace. Man United were looking at him. Manchester United were trying to buy him. And United fans are frustrated. United fans are angry. Man United fans want to see transfers done. They want to see him through the window. They are annoyed that it appears all their competitors domestically are buying and improving. Teams, with all due respect to the size of Palace, are signing players that we're interested in. We're being rejected for a Crystal Palace. How, oh how, is this possible? This is an absolute outrage. It's an absolute disgrace. My club is absolutely finished. Absolutely finished. Look, I have to say, the overreaction from some Manchester United fans to this news is sometimes I'm shocked and I'm surprised by the way people react to things. And then there are other times where I just think to myself, come on now. You are not seriously frustrated about not signing a player that none of you were asking for a few short weeks ago. And where does rejection nonsense come from? Where does it come from? Where's the validity to it? Where does this exist? Of course, here's the news put out by Fabrizio Romano. The English talent, Malcolm Ibawe, won't join Manchester United. He is set to sign for... I mean, the fact that Man United have even been mentioned before Crystal Palace and they're getting him is mad. He signed a contract with Crystal Palace after the medical was completed. He'll leave Derby County and join Palace until 2027. And just looking at this in pure isolation, why are people shocked? Why are people shocked? That's what I want to know in the comment section right now. By the way, some people would have probably already reacted to my opening minute and they've already probably left a comment. If you haven't got past that opening minute, shame on you. If you ever to pop at me anyway. But look, this is a young winger, okay? This is a young winger, a young attacker who's looking to make a name for himself in football, has barely kicked the ball for Derby County. Now, this isn't me suggesting that he isn't a top talent. This isn't me suggesting that he can't go on to do brilliant things. But how much game time is he going to get at Manchester United? How much development is he really going to get right now? Now is not the time for Erik ten Hag to be buying unproven, untested 18-year-old football players. Well, in fact, let me rephrase that. Now isn't the wrong time if the player is willing to slowly be developed. But you get the sense here from Ibawe that what he actually wants is first-team football. He fancies himself at playing regularly. Now, Crystal Palace will offer that to him. So let me go back to my previous comment. Erik ten Hag is not in a position to be able to give this guy first-team football. Erik ten Hag has got to get Manchester United winning and winning quickly. When you've already got a number of youngsters that you're dealing with in your team already, because you've still got to get Jadon Sancho, £70 million back on track. You've got young Elanga in your team. The likes of Madden Palestri, although there's talk about them going out on loan, Palestri especially, it's been spoken about a lot, is going to be given a fair amount of time inside the Manchester United, with the Manchester United first team this pre-season. There's a number of other young attacking players, the likes of Hannibal, etc. And you know them all a lot more than me. But there's a number of youngsters already at the club that Man United have got to try and bleed in. Man United have got to give opportunities to. as well as getting 5 or 6 new players that are ready for first team football, maybe 4 or 5, integrated into this team, Man United playing better football, Man United moving themselves forward. The reason that Man United have been rejected in this notion is purely it's for a number of reasons. We're not in a position to give him the game time that he wants. We are not also in a strong position yet to be able to do this. And this is why I don't understand the frustration from Manchester United fans. What were you expecting? I don't get what people were expecting. Palace is a great place for this individual to go. If Man United were in Liverpool's position, then you would argue again, a good place to go if he's going to get game time. But it all depends upon the mentality of the individual. And do I think he's walked away from Manchester United because he thinks the club's a mess, because we've got no Paul, because he doesn't want to play for Ten Hag? No, I don't think it's going to be for any of those reasons specifically. There'll be a little bit of that. Palace are, well run, very good season by their standards under Patrick Vieira, looking to go to that next level. But he will get a lot more game time and a lot more opportunities. There's already youngsters ahead of him at Manchester United. There already is. So he's going to weigh that up and go, you know what? I'm going to be fighting out for a position with 2 or 3 youngsters to get into this first team. Then I've got to get in over the likes of Marcus Rashford. Anthony Martial might be staying. Jadon Sancho. How much game time realistically am I going to get? Now, the irony in it is this. If he wants Man United because he thinks Man United is going to be brilliant under Ten Hag, how is he going to get game time at this moment? I just don't think he will. So, of course, he's going to pick Palace. The other element here, which is this rejection nonsense we keep hearing. Yeah, I know the media has tried to spin that Man United weren't rejected by Darwin Núñez. Personally, I think we were. He was interested in joining, happy to join. Personal terms, all but agreed. United getting very, very close to a deal with Benfica, and then Liverpool came in. And of course, as much as it hurts, as painful as it is, it's pretty obvious in this day and age, at this moment in time, that things like that are going to happen. But nobody else has rejected us. You've got lies that De Jong doesn't want to be a Manchester United player. He's agreed personal terms with the club. The fact that we're in this deeper negotiations with Barcelona tells you the player is interested in joining. 0 rejection. Forget what he says publicly, 0 rejection. There's been 2 reports by 2 prominent journalists, 2 big outlets, stating that Christian Eriksen has rejected Manchester United. This is not true. Now, he may decide to stay in London. Man United already know that he told them, my preference is to stay in London. I don't want to uproot my family for sort of like what would that be? Move to Inter, back from Inter. 3 or 4 times they've moved in the space of the last 4 years. He doesn't want to keep doing that to his family, especially after what they've been through in the last 12 months. He's very respectful towards Brentford because of them giving him his opportunity to play again. He'd love to go back to Tottenham. There's almost a sense of homecoming with it. But he's very interested in Manchester United as well. But this is normal. This is normal. Nobody's calling Liverpool rejection FC because Mbappe and Tchouameni turned around and said no to them. Why? They got rejected. And there'll be countless other examples. How many clubs did Haaland turn down? As an example, everybody gets rejected at some point. Arsenal right now, they've signed Fabio Vieira. They're chasing Rafinha, and it's been publicly stated that Arsenal would be his 3rd to 4th choice. Are Arsenal chasing a player that's de facto rejected them or will reject them if Chelsea or Barca make official offers? They're not. It's a ridiculous notion. Football doesn't work in that way. You pick the best option available to you at that particular moment in time. The transfer market is fluid. Offers change all the time. Players have personal preferences. But of course, I don't expect, and if you're 9 minutes and 30 seconds in, you're listening to this, still great. If you're making a comment about what I'm about to say and you haven't listened to the video, again, that's on you, not me. Rival fans are meant to banter us. But it should be water off a duck's back to Man United fans. Big players at big clubs who are being chased by the best in the world right now are very unlikely to pick us over them. Why? Because we're a shambles and a mess. And it's why you shouldn't be buying merchandise, renewing your season tickets, or giving any money to this football club until they fix it. That's my opinion. And that's a bigger point to unpack. So don't expect me to unpack it now because I'm not doing it. If you've been watching me long enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you expect a team that has to get back on track year one, has to move in a very quick direction, has already got an abundance of talent that the club has got to get back firing, players on 150s, 200, 250, 300 grand a week that it needs to get working, how much game time is this young man going to get? Very little. Stop overreacting. Stop panicking. But more importantly, stop falling foul to the banter and let it become like water off a duck's back. Grow a pair. Have thicker skin. Do you know who handle football banter the best in the footballing industry right now? Is the women. Women in football handle banter, handle criticism 9 times out of 10 better than men do. The weakness I see, especially from young men, it saddens me. Take the banter. We're going to do some good stuff this summer. Man United are going to pull off some very, very good signings. They're going to improve the squad, and we're going to be an exponentially better team this year in the Premier League, without a shadow of a doubt. Drop the panic. Stop listening to people filling your ears full of nonsense, and relax. It's going to be okay. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm like 99% sure. 1% chance it ends up being disaster FC all over.